Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today. Yesterday, I was sent a WrestleMania 32 card by a guy on Twitter named Hamish Munro. His Twitter handle is HamishW98 Munro, and it will be in the description box down below. Honestly, a lot of people always ask me what are my thoughts on the upcoming WrestleMania 32 card. What matches do I think that are going to be happening? And to me, it's honestly very hard to put together a card. For me, I always start with putting all the wrestlers' names on a piece of paper that wrestled on the WrestleMania before. Then I look at the two pay-per-views before the show, and I write down their names and add them to the list, thinking that that is the guys that creative is thinking about at that time. So if they're going to be on the Royal Rumble show, if they're going to be on the February pay-per-view, more than likely they're probably going to be at WrestleMania as well. And Vince does try to use everybody. You've got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. But I don't know, man. When you look at this year's card, all we really know is Roman Reigns versus Triple H. And there's people that will even argue that the Fastlane main event might get won by Dean Ambrose. There's nobody saying that Bray Wyatt is going to be winning it. There's a lot of people out there who think Bray Wyatt is going to be fighting Brock Lesnar, which about a month ago, right before the Royal Rumble, it seemed like that was a guaranteed match. But we haven't seen Brock and Bray anywhere in there. And, the Lesners, the Wyatts, they keep talking about, the gods of the company and things like that. And that to me sort of points to Undertaker. So I'm not 100% sure what the hell's going on. And then, of course, you've got the injuries to Cena. Some people say he's coming back. Some people say he's not. Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Tyson Kidd. The list of guys just goes on and on and on. So I applaud my buddy here for actually having the guts to have a WrestleMania card and then asking me to review it and give my thoughts on it. We'll start with the pre-show match, which would be a tag team contenders match, which would add the winning team to the tag team title match later on in the show, which looks like he's using the four-way. That is kind of surprising, seeing how I guess WWE has that many tag teams on the roster to have two tag team matches on the show, but I guess they just don't use them to their fullest, so maybe they do have that many teams. But in this show, on the pre-show, this match is the tag team titles, and it's going to be the Dudley Boys going up against the Usos versus Enzo and Kaz. It looks like there's three teams in this triple threat, and he has Enzo and Kaz pulling out the win, which I could go with. I mean, Enzo and Kaz, I think they're going to be debuting at the Fastlane show. I really hope that that's the reason why they're going to be doing the New Day with Edge and Christian on the Rated R Peep Show, or whatever the heck they're calling it. That's just the one thing that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't think that Edge and Christian and the Dudleys are just going to be out there. Not the Dudleys, the New Day are just going to be talking out there at Fastlane. I think that they're going to be having some sort of a scuffle, and Edge and Christian can't fight anymore. So somebody's got to fight them. And I think about Edge and Christian, the one team that I can think that's the most like them would be Enzo and Kaz, two guys that I think they would love to put over. From there, we go to another pre-show match. In this pre-show match, it's a U.S. title 6-man ladder match. I'll give it to you this way: they're never gonna have a ladder match on the pre-show. I never thought they would have a 2 out of 3 falls match like Del Rio going up against Kalisto. But this match might happen. But I'll give it to you, it's not going to be happening on the pre-show. It's going to be happening on the main show. But in this match, we've got Kalisto, Sin Cara, Stardust, Del Rio, Neville, Ziggler. And in this one, he has Sin Cara winning by turning heel on Kalisto, which does make a little bit of sense. It was kind of weird for Kalisto to be winning the United States Championship, and then before his reign is even over, putting Sin Cara and him back together as a tag team. I really could see it. The list of guys all seem like guys that they would make sure are on the WrestleMania card. I just think that if they were going to do this match, it's going to be on the main show. And then we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which he has Sami Zayn getting the win. Honestly, I think if Sami Zayn being on the show, I don't think he's going to win it. If you think about our previous winners, we've got Cesaro, and then of course we have Big Show. They're two bigger guys, and Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal doesn't really mean that you're going to be going on to having great success in the company. We really thought that was Cesaro. Sami Zayn would be a great guy to get the win. I just don't think that he's going to be getting it here. Then we'll go to a fatal 4-way tag team match, which is going to be the winner of the pre-show tag match, Enzo and Kaz, going up against the New Day, Rusev and Barrett, Harper and Rowan, with Enzo and Kaz getting the win. Kind of surprising that you would have Enzo and Kaz getting 2 wins on the show. It would be a great moment to see them win the titles at WrestleMania. But I just don't think that's the way that WWE normally does it. I don't know. I'd be really surprised if anybody other than the Dudleys or the Usos get the championships off of the New Day at this time right now. Then we go to the next match, which would be Stephanie McMahon going up against Ronda Rousey. I don't think that UFC is going to let Ronda Rousey go. UFC holds Ronda Rousey's contract, and although this is professional wrestling, there are guidelines in her contract saying that she can't do wrestling. We've seen UFC stop guys from being involved in ROH shows and New Japan shows and things like that. They have let them go do things with TNA, but that was because they were with Spike at the same time. But I think that Ronda Rousey, she is definitely going to be a big deal when she comes back to fighting, whenever that it's going to be. And I don't think UFC is going to let Ronda Rousey do an appearance for WWE before she does an appearance for UFC. So I'd be really surprised if this match does happen. From there we go to the no holds barred Lesnar versus Bray Wyatt, with Lesnar getting the win. I really could see that happening because I don't know anything else that could be happening for Brock and, basically Bray and the Wyatts lay down for everybody. Then we go to a Divas tag title match, Charlotte versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. That would be a great moment. I mean, definitely that would really be able to say that the NXT is really producing some great women, and you could really say that the Divas Revolution really did work and try to rewrite history. When I see this match, I really want to see it one-on-one. Sasha sat on the sideline for so long. I really hope that they have a match where Sasha beats Becky Lynch, like on a Monday Night Raw or on a SmackDown, to become the true #1 contender. And then we just see Charlotte versus Sasha one-on-one. I can't remember. I think that Sasha did beat Charlotte in NXT to take the title off of her there as well. So, I think that would be a great moment. For them to go to the Intercontinental title match, which is a triple threat between Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho. That does make a lot of sense, and he's got AJ Styles getting the win. Then we go to Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, with Roman Reigns beating the Undertaker. I don't know, man. I just don't see Roman losing at Fastlane. That's just my opinion. And then we go to Triple H versus Dean Ambrose with special guest referee Shawn Michaels. Dean Ambrose wins after Shawn gets hit with the dirty deeds, and a new referee runs in and counts to 3. I just have a hard time believing that anybody is going to beat Triple H other than Roman Reigns. Then what was TLC for? Why would Roman had beat up Triple H like that? I just don't see it happening any other way, and that's about the only way that I can put it. And the only thing I couldn't think of is you didn't put The Rock on here. I think it is going to be somehow The Rock and Roman Reigns going up against Triple H, and at one point I thought it was going to be Batista. Now it seems like it might not be, and maybe it'll just be Vince McMahon. Definitely Shawn Michaels could somehow be involved in this. I don't know. And I've also started to think about somebody not on the main roster that could be fighting Undertaker. Might be Batista. I mean, Batista is the guy who probably wrestled one of the best Undertaker matches at WrestleMania. I think that was WrestleMania 22. in Detroit. So that should have been the main event, honestly, in my mind. It wasn't that Cena and Michaels didn't do it up. It's just that I think more people cared about that match than Shawn Michaels against Cena at the time. So that's this guy's WrestleMania 32 prediction card. His Twitter link is down in the link below. You can comment here or just send it straight to him, and you guys can work it out and figure out what you guys think. I don't know. I got no clue. I can't knock the guy. He came up with a good card, and I don't think I could draw up anything better than this.